Hi everyone, it's me Gaming Do, and welcome to the 4th round of Geoguessr Regions of the USA. And today, we're going to start with the Midwestern region of the United States, and we are going to be doing part 1 of that, the Great Lakes region. So, I hope you guys look forward to another Geoguessr video in general, and look forward to these 6 Great Lakes states, which we are going to be covering: Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. We're starting round 1 with Ohio. And it seems like we're on a pretty hilly incline here. This seems to be somewhere in Appalachian, Ohio, because this is a little more hilly, and is Ohio the only state in the Midwest to have part of it in Appalachia? I think so, but I'm not 100% certain. Anyways, this is very hilly, so I think it's Appalachian, Ohio, down by the West Virginia border. But we'll see. Yeah, those look like the newer Ohio plates right there. Yeah, this definitely looks like the more hilly, mountainous parts of Ohio, which there isn't a ton of, at least as far as I've seen, but the parts that are like West Virginia and stuff like that. It's pretty beautiful. So this would probably be... I know Steubenville is close to the West Virginia border. Maybe this is a little bit west of there, might be my guess. Is this Ohio? Part of me thinks this might be a little... It's like... That's pretty freaking impressive, actually. Maybe those aren't as big of mountains as I thought it was, but they seem like pretty big mountains for a state that has a lower high point than my state of New Jersey. So, I think those are mountains, yeah. Alright, so I almost guarantee this is down by the West Virginia border then. And it is in Ohio. There you go. Yeah, this is a very hilly, mountainous part of Ohio. This is actually really freaking neat. I know down by Steubenville it gets a little bit mountainous. So I'd maybe have to guess, but is it get anywhere... Is this kind of mountainous? I don't know. No, I think by Steubenville. Wheeling, Bridgeport. Steubenville's by Weirton. I'll go... I'll go here. Well, it's by the Kentucky border. Oh well. Okay. That's a little bit concerning. We only got 47 points. Yeah, I hope we get at least 10,000. I'll take 10,000. I'll take anything I can get. But I've never been... This is the first video, I think, where I haven't been to any of the states on this video. Yeah, no, I've been to Virginia and the Appalachian region, and I've been to every single state in the Mid-Atlantic at least once, and I've been to 5 out of 6 of the New England states. The only New England state I have yet to visit is Vermont. Other than that, I've been to Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine before, but I've never been to Vermont. So, Vermont's the only state in the entire Northeast I still have to visit. And then I've visited every state in this region. Holy crap. I gotta get up to Vermont pretty soon then. Um, this is a little festival. Northwest Ohio. Okay. So let's just guess the general but this might give us a hint of where exactly we are. Chevy. Northwest Ohio with Toledo, probably. The Toledo area. Go Perry's. Woo! That saved us. Okay, good. Yeah, I was gonna guess. Then that's gotta be by Toledo if it's Northwest Ohio. And yet again, we might be in Northwestern Ohio. This kind of looks like Indiana a bit, so I had to guess this is probably by the Indiana border to the north. This could literally be on the Pennsylvania border. I don't think so. This has to be. This is very flat, even compared to most of the states. So I'd say this is like maybe right on the edge of Indiana. I don't know. I don't think it's on the border with Michigan. It could be with Michigan too. But definitely not West Virginia or Pennsylvania or Kentucky. I don't think Kentucky at least, but I almost guarantee it's not West Virginia or PA's border. Then carpool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is very close to Indiana if I had to guess. McKesson? Is that the name of the town? Let's see. What are we gonna guess? Washington Courthouse. Is there a Washington, Ohio anywhere? Is it a Washington County? Where's It could be around Columbus, too. Why didn't I think of that? Pretty flat by there. Springfield, I say it's a little north of Springfield and Dayton and stuff. So right around the middle of the area, maybe around here. Excellent. I could have just looked a little further down and I would have gotten it. Okay, we're on some form of roadway. Let's just not guess right away. Alright, we're on I-80 West, so if we get off of this exit and it gives us a sign towards something, we should be able to guess. Warren, 12. This has got to be the Youngstown, Warren area then. Yeah, so this is definitely eastern Ohio by the PA border. 12 miles, though. Warren. Warren, Salem, Ohio, so I want to say maybe here. Just a little further, okay. Oh, 10,000, okay, I'm very satisfied with that. Alright, our last round for Ohio already. Okay. The meme state that I think gets a bad reputation that it doesn't quite deserve. I like Ohio for the most part. It's a charming state. With a lot of... I sort of think of it like Connecticut. There's a lot of unknown beauty in Ohio, like especially down by West Virginia and stuff like that. And its cities are pretty cool, honestly, especially Cleveland with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think both Ohio and Connecticut are some of the most underrated states in the country. And only thing I'll say is, Connecticut I know is underrated firsthand because there is some awesome stuff to do in Connecticut, especially in the Mystic New London area and stuff like that where I vacationed. That was awesome. That was such a nice vacation. And I highly suggest you go there if you have your doubts about Connecticut, because you'll be highly surprised how nice Connecticut is. But we're talking about Ohio. I feel pretty similar to Ohio, that if you give Ohio a chance, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And yeah. Don't have too much more to say besides that, but okay, this is hard. This is probably Eastern Ohio again. I like to think this is maybe around Canton, maybe? Maybe? Nah. Okay. Well, 10,000, that was the ultimate goal I wanted to get to. Can we do even better with Michigan? I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you in Michigan, though, guys. Alright, let's start our second state, which is Michigan. It's right away, it's putting me in the type of neighborhoods I can't freaking stand in these videos. Cause it gives you like 0 hints to where you are. You gotta go, okay. We got there relatively quickly. Okay. Kind of seems like first impressions an area maybe in the Upper Peninsula? I don't know, because it doesn't look as flat as... Well, I don't know. I kind of like the Lower Peninsula, or anywhere in the Upper Peninsula. Kind of sounded like a tongue twister, but you know what I mean. I don't know, though. I kind of tend to think this is... Yeah, I kind of tend to think this kind of looks like the Upper Peninsula, but... I don't know, because it's... Probably lower, because... The Lower Peninsula has pine trees and stuff like that, too, in its northern half. So... This is kind of residential, so I won't exactly say it's extremely rural. We'll go somewhere like... somewhere north of Saginaw, so probably... I'll go Cadillac, Michigan. How does that sound? Wrong. Excellent. Okay, great start. Alright, let's go next. And this is going to take us to a university. Isn't there a Warren University in Michigan? Or is that... It was either that or Pennsylvania. I'm not sure which one had a Warren University or some W University. Western Michigan. So, isn't that in Muskegon, if I'm not mistaken? Western Michigan University. So that's... It could be in Grand Rapids, too. I don't know. It's either in Grand Rapids or Muskegon. I thought it was Muskegon, though. I heard it's in Kalamazoo. Okay. Alright, I'll accept that as an answer. Alright, here we are. This is... somewhere in southern Michigan for sure, because this is the flat farmland that a lot of the Midwest has. And until pretty recently, I didn't think that really came with Michigan, but Michigan has a fair amount of land like this too, like the rest of the Midwestern states. Pretty much every Midwestern state has landscapes like that in some capacity. It's just it's not all over the state like something like Indiana or Illinois or something like that. Like Michigan, the northern parts are more like Canada than it is here. And I'm not saying that to be offensive. I'm just saying that by my observations. Yeah, I like close to the Ohio border. Does that sound pretty decent? I think I go closer to the Indiana border probably. Maybe Sturgis area? Okay. Well, that's very, very well. Okay. We'll have to figure out and play a little better. Okay. I think this might be a Detroit suburb. I hope it's a Detroit suburb, because that would help a ton if it is. It feels like one. It could be. Wait, there's like a little residential area. Can we find an exit to get out towards there? Because that'll help a lot. Yes. Yes. Okay. Where? North 75. Towards this way. Okay. That's cool. But what city are we in? Like, I don't know. Well, gosh, I don't know. I think this is a Detroit suburb, but then if I guess and get it wrong, that's pretty embarrassing, so we'll figure it out. I just really like Detroit suburbs. It just seems like it. We'll go Troy, Michigan. Ah! Okay, good. 7,000. I'd be okay if we got maybe 300-400 more points. Okay, this is not gonna be fun. This is probably the Northern Peninsula. This really actually seems like it. I think we're just gonna guess that and go on. It's not. Okay. 7,584 points. I'll take it for a state that I'm not as familiar with as others. Next state, though, is a state I'm definitely not as familiar with as even Michigan and Ohio. Next round is Indiana. Stay tuned. Alright, folks, we're in Indiana now, and it's a state I'm not too familiar with, but I think it's my most viewed underrated states videos that I made last year. And this state does have a lot of underrated aspects to it, like a lot of Midwestern states. People are really nice here, and they have some good foods in a town called Santa Claus. I mean, come on. A town called Santa Claus is freaking awesome, and it has a holiday-themed theme park. Dude, if that's not an awesome place to be, I don't know what is. We seem to be in a we were in a major construction zone area. Um, the thing about Indiana is this like a nice little, I thought that was a nice river area. Okay, highway, 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 that'll help. Um, is this the Indianapolis area? Potentially. I don't know, we'll have to see. Oh, yes it is. It is the Indy area on I-70. West, east is Indianapolis. So, where's Indianapolis Airport? So it's probably around here. Okay, a little south of there, but that's okay. Okay, wow. Not bad. For a state I'm not too familiar with. Okay, we're in an alleyway somewhere now. Here we are, a little more of a road. This seems to be somewhere. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Listen, I apologize. I'm really not familiar with this state. I'm not going to say it again, but I'm not very familiar with this state, so I won't exactly know the exact areas to go to in there. Anyways, if I had to guess, kind of looks like a Chicago suburb. So this might be the northwest Indiana, where I think it's one of the most populated areas of the state behind the Indy area. Is that what I think it is? Monon. What's that supposed to mean? I don't know what that means. Kirby Risk. This seems to be a suburb of somewhere, so I think it's either an Indianapolis suburb or a Chicago suburb, but seems a little tiny bit more Chicago-esque to me, so I would guess maybe Hammond's in the Chicago area, right? Yeah, I think so. So this might be Hammond, Chicago? Linwood, Indiana. I don't know though. I kind of like my chances at a Chicago suburb. We'll go around for another few seconds or so, and then we'll guess. Watch, if I guess it's a Chicago suburb, it'll be an Indy suburb, right? I don't know, but there's a Burger King if that helps. Not really, but we should be close to somewhere where we can take an easier guess. What's that? Payless. Payless Shoes have a freaking gas station? Must be a name of a grocery store in the Midwest or something. Because in New Jersey, Payless is a shoe store. I'm pretty sure they have them in the Midwest too, but maybe they have the shoe store and the grocery store simultaneously. That's pretty funny. I don't know, this is kind of hilly, I guess you could say, so it might be a more Indy suburb. I don't think Indy's a huge mountain. Of course, it's not a huge mountainous place, but I don't know. What am I trying to say? Alright, I like Chicago suburbs. I think we'll guess around there somewhere. Is it? It is absolutely not. It's neither. It's about halfway, actually. It's Lafayette. So that's probably why it looks familiar or something to the Chicago area and the Indy areas, because it's about the halfway point between the two. Alright, 3. An industrial park. Well, that doesn't help, does it? Gosh, I don't know where we are. Well, then why don't you guess, Gaming Deal? I'll get to that in a second, folks. I'll get to that in a second. Okay. So this seems to be pretty rural wherever this is. It has like farming equipment places and stuff like that, but doesn't seem to be too much else to this area. So I don't know. What's this? Oh, it's one of those billboards. What is it gonna say? Is it a sue this guy for this amount of money? It's real estate. Excellent, Smithers. La 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 la. Okay. I think maybe southern Indiana, because this is pretty hilly around here. So this kind of seems like the area down by Kentucky, maybe? Could it be? I'd say there's a chance of that. Is this like 64? Maybe. Let's try it. It's not. It's down. It's almost by Ohio, close to Cincinnati. Alright. Alright, round. Oh, no. No, 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 no. No, please, please. Okay. You saved yourself, because if I had to go through here on Gen 1 coverage the entire way through this round, I would have just given up and guessed somewhere. Oh my gosh. I hate Gen 1 coverage, and it seems like... So this has got to be a pretty rural area, and it looks like it, too. So, like... It's actually kind of pretty around here. Nice leaf colors and stuff like that, if that sounds weird. Excuse me if it did, but, like, actually it's quite pretty. Well, we got farmland and stuff by where I live. It's more, hilly farmland. This is, like, really flat farmland that I don't think I've ever seen before. Not even... Kind of saw it in Delaware, actually. That's not true. You kind of get this kind of landscape in Delaware and South Jersey to an extent, but... I don't know. This... You never really get to see the flat farmland, but... That sounds weird, I know. I'd much rather see the Rocky Mountains than this, but you know what I'm trying to say anyways. I kind of think southern Indiana again, but like more down by Evansville, maybe. Would that be correct? I guess the polar opposite side of the state. That's pretty much northeastern Indiana, really close to the Ohio border. 1 point. That's pretty. That's great. The only way I could have done worse is guessing in a wrong state. Alright, this is the last round for Indiana, and... I think we're going to get a pretty similar score to Rhode Island, which I was a little bit disappointed with Rhode Island, but I kind of expected this, how many points I'd get here, because I'm really not too familiar with Midwestern states. I think I'll get a little bit better again when we move towards the Western states. But Midwestern states, I've been to some areas in pretty much every state in the country on Google Maps, but I'm a little bit foggy on the Midwestern states, which I know I should have practiced a little more maybe before doing this video, but we're doing what we're doing. Okay, This looks like the area by the Ohio River, right? Is it? What's this? 37. I don't know, because I don't see any Route 37 around here. 37, right here. Right here. 37, of course, goes frickin' long ways, though. Where the hell were you? Jeez, okay, come on. How far does this go? This goes from about I-69 by Bloomington all the way down to down by Hoosier State Forest, so I'm gonna guess by Hoosier State Forest now. 7,000! Okay, that's not that bad for a state I'm not familiar with. Alright, we're going on to the biggest state of the video now in terms of its population, and might be the best score of the entire video, Illinois, as that's where Chicago is. See you in Illinois, everyone. Alright, we're on to the second half of the video, everyone. Welcome to Illinois, which is our most populated state on the video. And right away, it doesn't seem like a Chicago suburb. Okay, not so far at least. Maybe one of the far out suburbs of the area, but kinda seems more like Springfield, maybe? We can't guess quite yet, because then, come on, this part of the video will only be a few minutes. Yeah, I don't feel like this is the Chicago area. I'd think more maybe I think down by Springfield. We don't reach anywhere by the 2-minute mark. I think we'll just guess. But I like Springfield. The Springfield area. It kind of looks flat like that general area. Of course, most places in this state are flat, but like, I don't know. I was exploring towards Springfield a few weeks ago, and this kind of looked like this area. I could be dead wrong, though. I think we're gonna guess by Springfield. Are we right? We could be very wrong. We are very wrong. Well, alright, round 2. See where round 2 puts us. Okay. It puts us in Illinois Veterans Home entrance. This puts us in a relatively rural area again. Now, I guarantee this is not the Chicago suburbs. This looks like this could be one of the St. Louis suburbs, maybe, because I don't know if Hardee's is in, northern Illinois or not. I think it's only the southern part of the state. Because I know the closest state that... Pennsylvania have Hardee's? I know New Jersey doesn't. I don't think Pennsylvania does either. I'm pretty sure Maryland is the closest state to me that has a Hardee's. But I'm not sure. This looks... Yeah, this kind of looks closer to a St. Louis area than a Chicago area. Of course, this could be in the Chicago area. I doubt it. I think this is St. Louis area, Southern Illinois. Troopers. What's that supposed to mean? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, I definitely feel a little more St. Louis area, or just somewhere random in Illinois. We'll go around, Alton, maybe? Okay. Quincy, Illinois, close to the Missouri border, I'll give you that. But not quite what I was looking for. Wait, was that close to the Missouri border? Yes, it is. I wanted to kind of get my facts straight. So far, we haven't been to the Chicago suburbs yet. I think we may finally be in the Chicago suburbs, though. I think. I'm not 100% certain, but this kind of looks like the Chicago suburbs. A little bit. Well, actually, it looks pretty hilly over by there. And if there's anywhere hilly in the state, I think kind of the Quad Cities area towards Davenport, maybe. I like that. Am I right? Absolutely not. Fantastic. I think we could have done a little worse. Alright, finally. Not only do I think this is a Chicago suburb, I think this is actually Chicago itself. Is it? Yeah, it looks like it. Where else in Illinois do you get traffic like this? And where else are you going to see Sears Tower? I don't think anywhere else, right? So this has to be Chicago. This seems to be south of downtown Chicago, but slightly. So I'd say maybe the Bronzeville neighborhood. It's north, but that's okay. Really, the Chicago suburbs saved us. Because we're already on the last round of Illinois and we're only 6 minutes in. That really freaking saved us to get some decent points. I mean, we're not doing great, but we would have been doing much worse if it wasn't for that. But our last round is going to be taking us into... I don't know. I don't know if this is more Illinois or I know, duh, it's Illinois. This is the freaking state we're doing, you dunce. I don't know if this is closer to like Indiana or Wisconsin or Matt. Did we see that? Or Mattoon? Did we see a sign for Mattoon not too long ago? It's hard to distinguish if this is between like close to Indiana or Wisconsin or Iowa or something like that. I kind of like here maybe closer to Indiana, but not by Chicago. So I think maybe a little bit of trees there, and you get trees granted, but I don't know. I think we're gonna guess close to Indiana. Danville, maybe? Okay, could have done worse. Alright, I think this is the worst score of the video so far, but, you know, hopefully we can do better with Wisconsin, which is next. Alright, welcome to our second to last state, which is Wisconsin. And here in Wisconsin is yet another state I'm not too familiar with. So we're just gonna have to guess based on where I think we are in the state. This kind of looks... It could be Milwaukee? The houses kind of look like this in Milwaukee, from what I've experienced. But I'm not exactly sure. Of course I'm not. I've said it 108 times. How many times can I say it more? Yeah, potentially this could be Milwaukee. I don't know, though. Wait. This is pretty hilly, and there's a certain city in Minnesota. Is it? I know Wisconsin's close to Minneapolis, but I think it was Duluth. Is that where this is? So is this Superior, Wisconsin? Off to a great start, aren't we? This is not going... Oh! 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 You couldn't have placed me in a much better area in Wisconsin. Okay. Okay. Yes. That is just about as good as we could do. Alright. What side of the stadium are we on? I like to think Lombardi Avenue. Are we? Okay, that was freaking amazing. That was... I don't think you could do much better. Alright. Round 3. This seems to be very wooded and stuff like that, so I think more northern Wisconsin. Yeah, this really looks like the upper Midwest. I mean, obviously, Wisconsin is in the upper Midwest, but we may be having a pretty short round with Wisconsin, because we did great before. I don't see why we can't do great again, if we're just patient. Are we going to be patient? Well, I'll try to be at least. Oh, where are we? Here's a county sign. St. Louis County. But this isn't Missouri, that's for sure. Yeah, this looks... I like really northern Wisconsin, maybe by... I'm gonna guess maybe about the halfway point between the Michigan and Minnesota border. So Ashland kind of sounds okay. You just pulled a New York again. It put us in the wrong state. Now we're in Minnesota. Okay. Wait, Minnesota. You're coming in a couple of minutes. You're going to be the last round of the video. You just have to wait a few minutes. Patience, Minnesota. Patience. Here's a highway. County BB. This is by a highway. Kind of looks like a big suburban area, so maybe this might be towards 94 Milwaukee. I am right. Wow. Okay. All right. This is giving us good because I think this is our second best round so far. All right. Wisconsin seems to be going towards being our second best, if not our best round. We might even beat Ohio, and Wisconsin is going to be our best score of the video. That's cool. Because I think you know why I've just gone dead silent. Isn't this the exact same area as round one? It is! Oh my god! This is the exact area that's never happened in Geoguessr. Never. I am in the same game. I am in the exact same location twice. I think this is that at least. Oh my god, I've never had that happen in Geoguessr yet. I think we're in the same area. I think. Yes, I think this is... Where was that? That was down by Chicago, right? So around here? Yeah! Okay! That's a pretty small town, though, to get twice in a row. Alright. I'll be back from Minnesota, which is going to be the last round of the video. Holy crap, that's a mind F. Alright, the grand finale state for today's video is going to be Minnesota. And we're here in the middle of nowhere. To me, this looks a lot like Manitoba and North Dakota, so I would say it's close to there. Are we just going to go on and guess there randomly? To be honest, just maybe, because this is in the middle of nowhere. What kind of hints could we possibly have? Yeah, oh my gosh, we could be miles away from a town. It gets pretty rural in Minnesota. I think it's the most rural state in this entire video. So we may not see somewhere for freaking miles. I think it gets about as rural as a lot of the West. Nah, not quite as much as the West, but compared to a lot of the states east of the Mississippi River, it's a pretty rural state. Yeah, I like kind of my chances close to North Dakota, and kind of looks like Manitoba too, so I'd maybe go around here. I wasn't too wrong, honestly. Okay. Next up, we're on a river. We're by, looks to be maybe a stadium. Okay, this is cool. We'll go down a river for a little while, see where it takes us. I like when Geoguessr does this sometimes, except this is probably going to be a lot slower than just going by car, so I don't know. This seems like a big river, so I would say this might be the Mississippi River. I would guess this is the Mississippi on the border with Wisconsin somewhere. So The Mississippi, the St. Clair River. It could be the St. Clair River. I kind of like the Mississippi River, though. Maybe around Lake City? No. No, is it? It's still the Mississippi River, but it's way further up. Alright, round 3. Takes us... I don't want to go that direction. That seems to be the more rural direction. CR4. Darn. I don't know. I really don't know where this is. This kind of looks like more southern Minnesota because it's a little more... I don't know, you can kind of tell the difference between the southern Minnesota flatness and the northern flatness. The northern flatness seems to have a little less trees, I guess you could say. Well, this is a little more, so I guess this is actually really close to the Iowa border somewhere. We'll go Blue Earth. No. Okay. Number 4. Yeah, this seems to be really northern Minnesota. I would say this is closer to Duluth area and around the Superior National Forest. Should we just guess that? I think so. Kind of correct. Okay. This is the last round of the video, and I'm scared because it looks like we're going to be in Gen 1 coverage the entire time. So, is there any way we can get out? It doesn't look like it. Ah, darn it. Yeah. Sorry guys, I know this was a kind of short round, but I do not feel like playing these games for 10-15 minutes. Let's go around here, I think. Nah. Okay. Alright. I can accept that score. And we're done with this video, guys. I hope you guys liked our journey through the Great Lakes states. I had a pretty good time. I hope you guys did. Next game is going to be the coastal southern states, which will be South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. That video will probably be up in January, and I hope you guys look forward to it. That is about it. Gaming Do here. See you later. Bye.